All right, and we turn this on and off like so. Need to, of course, get the link. Nice. I wonder if there's a way to just make this automated. Right. Challenge. Whoa. Turns. Then bring my latest tourney loss. Yeah. Surprisingly early in the day for me. But I figure I can do this and then I can make myself dinner. Shouldn't be so bad. Let's see. Oh, first let's make sure I'm actually being... Okay, I'm being captured by the microphone. Sometimes it messes that kind of thing up. Good old soda. Let's see what's going on in this first game here. Can I make this bigger? I must have had to make it smaller for that big map I was playing before. We can do that. Oh, hey! Hi, Advanced Warrior. I will have a good stream. Are you at work? Have a good work. Oh my. Look at everything that's happened over here. Let's see. It looks like this capture's interrupted. Just wanted to say hi? Well, hi. So he stops this capture. He stops this capture. He moves this guy to hit this to free his tank. Is that right? Yep. Okay. One health tank on the run. He scouts the forest. Hits me. Hey, Habits. Moving forward. Ooh, my gosh, that's so vulnerable. He must have something standing on this comm tower. The 2v2 video is coming up Wednesday. That's cool. Oh. Weird that he's hitting from that side. He should probably hit from this side so I can't just walk forward to hit him with his mech. And then there's an infantry right here. Okay. Well, first things first, we need to see if there's anything on this comm tower. Oh, this won't scout it. But I think... Will this scout it? Aha! Okay, so I can use my recon. Hit this infantry. Revealing the infantry in this forest. And revealing if there's anything on this comm tower. It's like a dream come true. There's nothing on the comm tower? Okay, well, this guy goes into this forest, revealing the copter again. So I'm going to get hit. I mean, this is definitely worth it, though. Get out of here. Take your arty shot. I don't care. And then, well, you finish this capture. Just take this city. Happy. What do I want to do over here? Definitely this is going to happen. I don't think I'll be able to get my charge before it happens. I might be able to take this city. I did an APC opening, yeah. I can quickly go over the opening. Just, I went APC transport copter, I think. Yeah, early infantry up for the airport. APC. And then I think next turn, transport copter? Yeah, and then because I'm Sammy, transport copter can go onto this mountain, build another one. Hey, Darren. And then shenanigans ensued. So far, this is looking really good. Oops. Currently 25,000 to 10,000 in losses. And then there's a bunch of injured tanks up here. Yeah, APC opening to the bottom is pretty standard. You can also do it to the middle like I did in this game. Definitely easier for Sammy to do it into the middle than other COs. And I have to think about how I want to... You can't reach anything over here. We'll go here. 1, 2, 3. Actually... Oh, I can just go here. I don't know why I've never done this. I've always just gone here, but this is, I think, just a superior spot to go. Okay, well... You go start this. Oh, no, I know there's an infantry here. That's right. Should definitely kill that. I think we'll use you. Which one wants to do what? I want to get my power, but I don't think I'm going to get enough charge. So I should just go for the attacks if I can. This is kind of just a free property. Let's do this. Let's see what's going on. Maybe I kill it. Oh yeah, that's how we do. Oh, sorry. I can make this a tiny bit smaller so that I can show that stuff. Oh, I'd have to move the... I have to unlock this. Day 12. That was good. I mean, I knew it was pretty low health because it had taken some big hits last turn. But still, for a 4 health Sammy recon to kill it, that's something. But you don't kill that. Go around like this. No. That's not what we do. You step forward, take this guy out. You go to here, hit this guy. And you take that city. .8 times is the best zoom anyway. Okay. Usually I zoom in until right before these CO, I don't know, the profiles, icons shift to the bottom just to get as much zoom as possible. So I think we use you to hit this guy. Like so. Probably someone on this HQ, right? This is the... Nah, I wouldn't... Even sacrificing this infantry wouldn't be enough to get me there. We'll just go... here. March forward. Smack. Happy days. Definitely hopping in there. I think we'll try and take it off with this guy. Not quite, that's okay. Do I go for the property or do I just kill this? If I kill this, he loses vision, which is really annoying for him. Yeah, we're gonna kill this off. I can go for the property later. And then we're dropping a mech down over here. We're gonna go back to pick up a mech. I'm gonna start copter chaining over here. Drop a mech here. I think I drop a mech over here. That's mean. Oh man, I hate having to deal with that, especially with this guy following it up. Talk about a death city to fight on. Ooh, I can go here. I mean, up here looks like it's already sorted, so I could go over here, line myself up. Oh, I should have boosted this guy before moving the transport copter. Oh well. This will line me up pretty well, because up here is looking very nice for me right now. All these copters and everything. Now he's lined up to get into this APC if I need to like send him down here or something. Mech spam the movie. Yeah. The mechs go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. If we go... Yeah, we go over here. Let me let you sit on this mountain. We want a mech here. Anti-air, copter, infantry. Such a nice turn. $14 to 8, 34,000 to 10,000, with an injured tank and anti-air. I'm gonna lose this anti-air, which is sad. I'm also gonna lose my power charge again, but that's to be expected. The penguins are not falling. They're doing great. Maybe he didn't build an APC. I don't know how he got here so early if he didn't build an APC. I don't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's see from D1 builds. Or 1 day builds. Hey that frog. Wait with you. We end the turn. Looking really good. What's the capture limit on this map? 29. So, easy captures. 1, 2, 3, and then we need 2 more. I just capture these 2 and then win. All the while threatening the HQ. That seems pretty doable. Oh yeah, city skip. Oh wow, Sasha must be really far behind me on this. Right. Next up. Oh, looks like my trap worked. For everyone that wasn't here, I think last night. This was my trap. He hit my recon here. He has a tank over here. Like over here. So I pulled back to here thinking he's going to bring his tank onto the city, which will then reveal the 4 health tank. And then this tank will, or 4 health recon, and then his tank will come over, finish it off, and then I can kill his tank for it. So that trap worked. Wahahaha. And I kept these guys out of vision of this mountain, so now that this tank isn't going to be over here anymore, he has no protection or coverage of this infantry. It's just going to die. What's your question? Yep, there it goes. He reveals it. Hits me from the road, the end of his life. I'm playing it right now. The APC opener is the definitely the pro level standard opening for this map. There might be another one. I just haven't really. Kaplowy. Then, very important to strike from this side is he has a tank right there. So if the mech's here, it's covered by the artillery, and it also covers the artillery. So no matter what this tank ends up hitting, they can counter. And noticing that this tank hit this infantry probably means he has an infantry sitting on this mountain to get that vision. It's pretty interesting, but I can also hit it back, so that's really good for me. But next up is killing off this guy. Because he only has 2 infantry on this front, and I killed one of them, and I'm about to injure the other one. So he no longer has any infantry on this front. He had a transport copter. As Sasha, I think the transport copter is pretty good. Now the question is, what do I do with this guy? I think I just put him on the mountain for vision. And then we hit his tank from the city. Very juicy. And then we'll hit him like so. Start our own capture over here. Oh, I could have done a little trap, but assuming he has an infantry on this mountain, he would have been able to free himself, so it wouldn't have been a great trap. Do I want another mech, or do I want to bring this guy forward? I think I want to bring this guy forward. Where does this... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Let's do it like this. We'll have this tank sit in these woods, protecting him. And then, I mean, he can't really have much over here since he's invested 3 tanks down here so early. This one came from up here. So I should be fine. I was just, well, I both assumed that he was playing Sasha, and that's General Sasha stuff. But also, I played him in a Sasha mirror on this, and I used a transfer copter, I believe. So I figured he'd do something similar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop 6. I think stop 6 is probably the opposite, yeah. I mean, I've got the golden number of funds, so Jess battlecopter incoming. I need another tank over here. I've been kind of wrecking it. Yeah, you know what? Let's grab another tank. That's why it's the golden or the god number of funds or whatever it is. Because you go tank, infantry, battlecopter. You have 18,000. This is going to be another one where our kill to death is looking really nice. Lose 1 recon, have an infantry and a tank kill, and as well as a 9-2 trade over here. It's very nice. Very, very simple trap. Of course, I set up over here. That's something that the higher up you go, people will be more aware of. I don't think a soldier is the opposite of a warrior. Okay, what's been going on in this game? That's right, I got the nice smack on him over here for a recon. Starting that capture. You're up and taking his thing. He just falls back to the tanks. Still nothing but the tanks so far. Okay, well. I think you're the only one who can interrupt this. How do we want to... I think I'll just take these properties. I'm not seeing any great play to interrupt it. Let's see. Well, assuming he built a anti-air. Well, he would have built it this turn. Because he only just saw the copter, right? No, he saw it then. Okay, so he would have built an anti-air last turn from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about here. Or it could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would cover this tank. So copter, don't hit that tank. Which means copter hit this tank. Oh, but first, if I move the copter, I would lose vision of this. Oh, never mind, we got trapped. Ooh, I like the block. I thought he was going to run farther back, but that's a great block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, never mind, that's where he would have gone. I should have known that. But we'll just go up here. Get a nice swing in. First strike this one as well, or finish off this tank? That's always the question, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have a great night. We'll definitely just step here and kill this guy. Get some vision. Oh well, we'll interrupt that. Infantry wars ahoy over here. Then so many. Yep, sorry. That's a roll right there. Go. I don't really want to be on or next to the city at this point, do I? He is kind of getting close to his power. If I go here and kill this, then do a bunch of infantry strikes over here. $57 to 63. I think it's definitely a roll to kill this guy, though, right? Let's see the net here. So if I hit this guy and knock him down to 5, and he knocks me down to 7, then I just net 3 tank health. Or killing this guy's netting 4 tank health. That seems, you know what, let's just do that then. And then we'll move you in to hit this guy. Very sad it didn't kill. Move in and hit this guy. This recon's done so much. We bring in our tanks as the follow-up. Copter. Let's stay here, like on the mountain. I don't know. We'll take the first strike. Very disappointing that I'm not gonna interrupt this, but I will be able to just clear it afterwards, so it's not so bad. Make sure not to stand on properties I don't need to. And then I think we'll just do... Do I want an anti-air? Probably. And the money lines up well. And an anti-air at 9 is basically an anti-air at 10. Hey, Emmy. Today's going pretty well. My traps have worked in my other games, and this one's looking like it's going to turn into quite the brawl. I'm doing pretty well in it. Basically, he's down 2 tanks for a recon. The birdies are acting up, though. Yeah, I got my eyes on you. What ELO is this? This is like entry-level ELO. I'm just 874 currently. And the gaming gubbins is 893. Yeah, I'll cover I can go back to the Sammy Sasha game for you. Real quickly. So we can see what he did. Aw. I just picked a bunch of songs off of like a database that I pay for so that they don't copyright strike me. So he took the hit to clear out his 1 health tank. His copter came down to stop me from taking this city. And then his anti-air cleared me off of this city, but he's in range of my mech, which was a very bold move. So I came down here to reveal to see if there was anything on the comm tower, as well as also, of course, killing that infantry. And then this guy replaces where he was so I can see the copter. I know I'm going to lose the anti-air, but it's definitely worth it. It slows down the side a lot, kill off that copter, take his city, get in position to free my other artillery. Get the amazing roll, 4 health recon finishes off the tank. Kill off that infantry, interrupt this capture, go for this capture. Get a good smack in. Another good smack. And then sure up the fronts. I don't get the roll there, but that's okay. Stop it, Dick. Okay. What did I just say? I said stop it. Yeah, you. Bird's acting up. Okay. Strip the front, get all the mechs in place. This is like an impossible city for him to siege now. There's 3 different mechs staring at it, and this mech's set up to jump in the APC. Get my replacement, anti-air, mech for the T-copter infantry, my own, and then the battle copter. Things are looking really good in this game. 14 kills to 18 loss to 8 losses, 10,000 losses in value, 34,000 in kills. And apparently they city skip this, which is weird. So probably hurting a lot in the funds department. Messages. Hi. Well, I might challenge people at another time. But now that I've done the challenge turns, I'm going to cover my latest loss in a tournament. So quick transition here. All hail the Penguin King. I move all this stuff over. Okay. This one, or is it? No, it's not that one. It's this one. Oops. There we go. Okay. I think everyone can see that now. Load into the game. This is our lovely map. I believe it's called Medics. Move this over a tiny bit more. This was part of the grand finals of Silvera's first tournament, where he's got a bunch of wonky maps. And in the finals, there's I haven't lost the tournament yet. This is just one of the games. This is the first game. I think it's like a best of 7 or something like that. Something like that ridiculous. So I lose this game for quite a few reasons. And you can see the CO choice is, of course, not great for me. Hawk into Sasha. I went Hawk because, of course, these are all ports. So it's really hard to heal your units. Which made me think, well, Von Bolt's going to be really good because he'll just win most of the fights. And Sasha's going to be really good because you can build more units and you can more effectively use the black boats. So I thought, but I have been going Sasha a lot in tier 1, so I thought my opponent might expect that and pick Von Bolt. And I was like, well, I think Hawk will do pretty well against Von Bolt because he'll end up getting the healing advantage once his powers come online. But Zukil, I think that's how you pronounce it, went Sasha, which is really bad for me. Because now I'll never get my powers, which is what I was banking on to give me an edge. And then I also make a mistake turn 1 that I just couldn't recover from in like a mental state kind of way. Because I saw what I was supposed to do and then still made the mistake. And I think the first turn advantage balance is not in place on this map because I don't understand. This isn't high funds. This is just a normal map. So I don't know why player 2 gets a free harbor on top of everything. It's very weird. But it's even more punishing when you're against Sasha, I guess. So I'll play my first turn, and I'll see how many people can spot the mistake. Okay, that's it. What do you guys think? If the chat's still there, what do you guys think the mistake was? If I don't get a response, I'll just say it in a few moments. No worries. Not moving the black boat. The mistake has already happened. It happened turn 1. It does involve a black boat and moving a black boat. That's also part of it. Yeah. We could load into this black boat. It has to do with. It does have to do with a black boat. It has to do with how first turn advantage works. So if we go back to the start here. The way that the first turn advantage balance works in Advanced Wars is one player is ahead by a turn on one side. You could block some of his black boat stuff, yeah. You'd like trap him in up here. That's definitely a thing you can do. But the way it works is on one front, one player's ahead, and on the other front, another player's ahead. So right now as player 1, they have me ahead on this front, which means I'll be behind on the front that really matters, that has 2 bases and an airport. Which is really bad to be behind on this front, to just be ahead on this much weaker front. So what I could have done is, if you'll notice, this infantry actually gets to this neutral base before building an infantry does from up here. Factory 1 turn late. Yeah. So if I send this infantry, instead of capturing this property, onto this forest while putting this black boat on this harbor. So that's 1 turn. And then next turn, it hops into the black boat and gets dropped off in this forest, and then starts capturing this factory in turn 3. But this turn, when I'm building an infantry here, turn 2, it goes to here. Turn 3, it goes to here. And then on turn 4, it starts capturing this. So if I sent the infantry this way, I would have been ahead on the front that matters a lot more, where you have 2 bases and an airport in comparison to just 1 base. I would have given him another turn of income, but he's Sasha already, so that would not have mattered. And then after I saw it before I made the move, and then I don't remember why, I just went for this property, and then I just could not get it out of my head. Like, why did I do that? Anyway. He gets to start with 2 infantry. That's some weird accelerated. I think it's just to make it so you're like not having to play out the first turn of building 2 infantry kind of a thing. But it does also mess with all the timings. So I'm not a fan of it, but some people do. Yeah. We make those kind of mistakes all the time. I also like burn out during this game, which definitely impacts my level of play. And the timer is initial 21 days, and the increment is 2 hours. So by the end, it gets into like a more complex state because I want to get into a fight that's big enough that I can actually get to my power and use it, so I have some sort of edge. But I just run out of time, partly because of burnout and how complex the map gets. Yeah, it's a wild rule set. It definitely doesn't favor me. Like other players like Starflash, I'm sure would have no problem with it. So we'll finish our capture, start sending this guy over here. Send him down. There's a lot of contested properties. You kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of these like harbors in this situation where you're kind of scared to step off of them because then the opponent's black boat can step on them and all that stuff. Where Sasha's going to get the first vehicle very easily, considering they started with an extra property over me and they also have their passive income. So this black boat's lined up to be hopped into, and then drop them off here so you can go for the comm tower. Which is something I didn't do for some reason. For some reason I put the black boat here. Or I just left it there maybe? Let's go back. I just left it there. Well, I definitely should have moved the black boat over. That was really weird. Well, that definitely cost me. Okay. This is just being silly. I'm still gonna get this in the same number of turns. So I'm like feinting that I'm not gonna go from my own base. Which would be amazing if I didn't do. Oh, I go for this harbor instead of going for that into the comm tower. I see. Well, I definitely should have gone for that comm tower because they're very contested and very hard to take since they're on the edge of the map. I dropped this guy off, so he's threatening to take this harbor. I just moved my black boat, and then I'll take it. I thought, well, he might, he could move both of his black boats here and here, and then I can't actually move my black boat, and I'd have to delete it or find something else for this guy to do. I don't think he does that. Yeah, he didn't do that. But I think then I do it to him. I go down here because I see he's about to try and take this harbor. And I go for this harbor, for that harbor. So many little captures. Yep, and then I see that he's lined up to take this, so I block him in. Oh, he went for his harbor instead of going up to the comm tower. I think it would have been better to go for the comm tower, but he's gonna do fine. See how weird this map is. Now he's got me locked in here. It's fine. He would. Happier to be locked in over here than up here. And he didn't... No, he built his first tank. Yeah. Now this is a huge problem for me, of course. Is this tank goes here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's already covering the comm tower after one turn. So now it's too late for me to do these shenanigans trying to go for the comm tower. That's something I should have done earlier instead of going for this harbor. Going pretty well. I'm covering my latest loss in a tournament. Had some pretty good challenge turns though earlier on. So now he's doing the same thing, going for this comm tower, but of course I don't have a tank up here because I built a response tank on my weak side. Don't do this. If you're... I'm like trying to contest this comm tower, but it's going to be 2 bases versus 1. And now up here, I'm not going to be able to actually stop him from taking this because I'm not building vehicles. So basic rule of thumb, don't, that I'm breaking right here. Don't build on your weak side if you don't have to. So now he can chain tanks into this very easily. And tank engagements. Yeah, I cancel my capture to try and prevent him from taking this. Excuse me. Tank engagements favor him a lot because his power will come so soon, and he'll be able to pop it, drain all of my power charge, and also be stronger in the fight. You can see, of course, I'm behind on the side that matters. He's going to start his airport capture this turn. I'm placing my black boat here to stop. Well, it shows that he can still do it, to stop him from blocking off these tiles. And then I have to tank chain into his tank chain, but he's got infantry backing it up. So this is a fool's errand. I was thinking, I can I'll get like a first strike on him, but then again, he's going to be on a missile silo. So it's actually not great for me, especially because he can follow up with a tank to cover it, put his infantry here, and then move the keep the black boat there if he wants to, and it kind of makes a choke out of nowhere. So I won't be able to get 2-hit KOs. Birdie's chirping away. You can see all the little movements going around. And now here's the coup de grace, is that he can now join cap this. So I'll step on the mountain, I'll hit him, and then he can cap and then move in and join cap. And because I didn't build a vehicle in the previous turns, I won't actually be able to clear it. While he's also contesting down here, which means I'm just going to lose both comm towers, which is really bad. As the comm towers are also very difficult to flip, being on the very edge of the map like this. And because I don't want to have these small engagements that gave him just enough power and all that fun stuff. So I can slow this down a bit. And I'm like, try and boost him. If I could, if I had, I'm trying to think. I probably could have moved my black boat to like here on the previous turn. So I could walk into it and get boosted over here, which would have been a lot more impactful, but I didn't set that up. Which is too bad. So now I'm going to lose this comm tower. I'm going to be ahead in captures by a bit, but that's not too impactful against Sasha, who already had such a strong start. And the increased economy is always delayed advantage. I injure his infantry to try and slow him down over here, and I'm like, I'll just try and set my tanks up, but it won't matter because he can wall with this black boat. So I won't be able to set up 2-hit KOs to clear the wall. And I moved this black boat down to threaten to jump in here and move somewhere. You'll note that we're not moving the black boats around a lot, and that's because black boats are fairly limited in fuel, and you don't want yours to just kind of sink for no reason. So there's this join cap in this harbor, in that property, airport, blocking me from getting over here in 2 turns with a tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instead of going straight over to the comm tower. And he's also blocking in my black boat, so I'm gonna have to delete it to get the harbor. You can see he's starting to form the wall over here. I thought he actually formed the wall. He might not. I think I just calculated that I'd lose going for this. Because he gets the black boat repairs, and he has a tank coming in here. Block him over here, go for this capture. Oh my gosh, that bird is. Go for this harbor. I delete. Whoa. Apparently deleting my black boat caused an error in the program. Hope I can just skip on by. Okay. Threatening him off of this harbor, building a recon because he built an artillery that he's bringing up here to lock down the comm tower afterwards. Yeah, I think I saw that I lose. Oh, it's because I don't actually, because I don't have a comm tower. I can't actually clear this tank off reliably. There's a flock of birds. That's why I usually have the streams late at night, where the birds are asleep. That's one comm tower for him. And then this one's looking very much under his control. I do have... I think I do end up getting an economic advantage over him. But not so much that it makes up for the early game Sasha economic advantage already. And against 2 comm towers to 1. Yeah, okay, now he's doing the walls. So at this point, I was like, well, I think my only chance is if I do some sort of very delayed front switch that tries to keep him. The birds are just so active. If I do a delayed front switch that keeps him down in this corner, and then maybe I can overwhelm him up here with these tanks, then maybe I'll have a shot. It's kind of a desperate thing to do, because he can just kind of follow me. Woohoo. So I'm trying to find a way to get to this artillery using the recon and tank. And then, of course, everything else is going to be following it up. So at this stage, I am definitely ahead economically. I actually have 19 properties to his 16. Which is pretty good, but I don't have as strong of a fighting force. Which makes it kind of impossible to actually hold anything that's contested. He's in position to take this back. Blocking my front switch over here, which was very annoying, while covering it with a black boat and a tank. I was actually kind of happy to see him doing this, because it's not going to give him enough charge to get to his power, and maybe I'll get enough charge so I can have a big brawl and get my power off. But the map is much more choky than it first appears, because the black boat's going to, of course, get in the way. So a big brawl is not very feasible. But I'm like, I need at least 1 comm tower, so I'll get this one. I'll try and keep him down here by threatening to go for this comm tower, even though it's not really in the cards. I think at this point I'm down to like 2 days left. So there's not really much time. I have to retreat from the battlecopter, although I wanted to retreat from over here anyway. But it just means I can't actually stop him from taking this without major losses. And of course, he can also make a very nice wall using a black boat as one of the ends. So I can't get any 2-hit KOs. Copter and black boat blocking the way. And if I slam into him, all that's going to happen is he's going to get his power. Yeah, nice comfy atmosphere. If I slam into him, all that's going to happen is he's going to get his power. I won't get enough for my power. Yeah, so many tricky black boat moves. And then he'll just get to use his power and then wipe out my army. Or wipe out my army and then use his power. And if I want a chance to make it back... Like, I do have a decent economic lead. It's just that he can do stuff like this, because his stuff is stronger and he had more money earlier to build vehicles. Plus, he was building it from his 2-base side instead of the 1-base side. So he's more infantry to back him up. I can do some tricky stuff over here, blocking with a recon and a 3 health. This infantry can't reach this guy because the recon's in the way. And the tank can only kill this 3 health. And tank plus 6 health, infantry can't kill a recon in the forest. Or maybe it couldn't, like, with max rolls. So I fall back over here so he doesn't get free hits as I'm trying to transition over into this like giant front switch. He kills my black boat. Stops me from getting this capture. You see, he's getting close. I've gotten a decent amount of charge. So like this would be now or never if I can find an opportunity that I can actually get some good trades in. But everything, like I can get one hit. One hit's not good enough. I need to get a lot of hits. So I was like, well, I can probably force him in some way over here. But the problem with fighting over here for me is there's this mountain here and there's 2 black boats. And then a third one down here. So you can actually make a lot of walls. And I also can't put myself in a spot where he can initiate the tank brawl, because then he wipes my powers. And I just lose. So I'm kind of set up. He blocked my movement a lot by sitting in this harbor. So I've got a weird setup here where I'm just out of range. I'm threatening to go after this artillery. And then there's his little wall here. I think I resign here. You can see he's 40,000 ahead in value. He's actually even with me on property, but of course he has more economy because he's Sasha, and then he's getting more properties. Okay, I resign. Because I can't actually, well, for one, I've got less than a day left on my clock. So even if I end my turn, do something and end my turn, I'll just time out. But, because the increment's only 2 hours. But I can't actually break through here. The best I can do is 1 hit on a tank in artillery range. All these like black boats standing in the way. And this guy can't even wrap around very well. I could try and overload this artillery, but only hitting stuff that you really don't want to hit. And that was my first loss in this tournament, and first game of the like 7-game match. Okay. Birds are still cheering me on though. And he's gonna, like, I'm gonna get pressured over here a lot, of course, as it's already happening. I also probably should have gotten artillery. His artillery did really well. But pretty much, once I lost both comm towers, it was kind of the end. And then messing up day 1 like that really got into my head. And I just never recovered. The birds be bringing birds. But anyway, just wanted to... Oh. Alarm every 2 hours, 1.5 hours sleep cycles. Exactly. I think the turn timers like that, it is a really small increment. It's supposed to like encourage you. I think it's to encourage the players to finish the games in a readily fashion, which I think is fine if it's your only game and your only tournament and the only thing going on in your life. But of course, I'm in like 7 different tournaments. This is Silvera's first tournament. It's just a bunch of wonky maps and rule sets. Yeah, it's hard to stay on top of. Oh my gosh. It's hard to stay on top of stuff like that when it's not the only thing going on. Like my opponent, they're not playing any league games or anything or other tournaments. They're just playing this tournament, which is smart. I'd do that too if I could. Yeah, exactly that one. So many cheaps. I can briefly show you another game that was in the tournament. Yeah, you see, this is why I usually do them at night, Casper. It's because you guys go off. To give you an idea of what the maps tend to look like. If I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a blanket over 1 second. Yeah, you. The birdie timeout. So this is an example of what another one of the maps in the tournament looks like. You can see they're rather wonky. I think I've actually covered this game a bit before. Starting with the sealed up ring with two fighters and then an opposing anti-air. Fun stuff. And my idea, of course, for picking Kindle is that the threat of an early game Kindle power during the capture phase is insanely strong. So my fighters will have to be ignored while I can pick off these fighters and then break out my anti-air and have it be a free unit, basically. While also getting closer to my power just by killing the fighters. Of course, there is a downside that you may have noted. So I've hit one of the fighters. And probably I should have done this later on. Doing it turn 1 isn't that good of an idea. And I'm sure many of you can tell why. And that's because you can join the fighters together and get funds. So in this case, that was 6,000 funds. So if he had wanted to, he could have built a day 2 tank. You can see how much charge I'm getting off of this and how much charge he's got, of course. I'm not really scared about Rachel getting a normal power early. And then a very poor choice on his is that he builds his accelerated tank on the 1 base side. Much like how I was in trouble in the game I was just talking about for building my vehicles on the 1 base side against the 2 base side. This isn't really a threat to me. The birds are enjoying the streams as well, yeah. Usually they're asleep for them. So even though this is like a very accelerated tank due to the free 6,000 funds he had, it's not actually going to be able to do much against the 2 base side. As we'll see. Because I can now build a tank in response. So now he can't actually hit anything. Because he also has to be worried about giving me a free tank fight. Like early on, I'm so close to getting this normal power, and it's still a capture phase. If Kindle gets a capture phase normal power and like interrupts multiple properties. Yeah. Like even now, a Kindle power interrupting 2 properties and putting you way behind economically is just a huge deal. And it's still a threat. It would be interrupting 3 properties, 4 properties. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to fight. Right now, I might as well keep this guy around and have it covered by another unit. I have this artillery here, which is stopping him from taking this back, and it's also in place to free my anti-air. And of course, he hasn't been able to hit my fighters because he doesn't want to give me the power. But he does get to sneak on by and sit on my comm tower. That's not that big of a deal. He's going lots of artillery, so I guess he's planning to do like a slow push down on my 1 base side. And now I get to have my free hits over here, because he doesn't have any anti-air capabilities. So if he hits my tank, I can hit back very solidly. And this is of course safe from the artillery. It's standing right in front of it. Now this tank is here, so he's gonna have to move his artillery over to cover against it, and he can't interrupt this with his recon. Yeah, I did move off. I moved off and hit this. Yeah. Now he has some anti-air capabilities over here. He's over here, so he can move his recon off safely while covering it from me capturing. He's trying to get to his super now. And another thing about these fighters is for Rachel's super, one of its missiles targets value. And these fighters are really expensive, so he has to clear out the fighters before he can actually use his super. He sacks to delay me from capping this city. Of course, you use my power here. Blam. That way I can kill off his tank. And have a nice defensive boost. While also getting to trap his other tank. And he hits the other fighter. I guess that's because if he hits this 3 health one, and on a turn where I can actually get more power charge, he'd have to hit my full health one and give me more charge. I think this might have been a roll because of my defense power. That could have been knocked down to 4, which would have been really good for me. Of course, I get to dive in here now. Do set up next to a city. And I'm Kindle. Here's my infantry magnet. And it's set up with this guy over here and these guys up here. So there's only one position that the missile can hit, and that missile covers every tile that's next to where this copter is. So if his anti-air hits my copter, it's going to get hit by the missile. Which is good, because then they'll be low enough for me to one-shot with a tank. We'll move my fighters over here, just trying to draw the value missile. Or, I mean, he'll have to kill these if he wants the value missile to hit somewhere other than here, which I believe will be up here. My magneting was correct. Bam, bam, bam. Like so. Hey, Kylan. Just briefly covering this game from the tournament. I think I might have covered it before. But yeah. Oh. This is my highlight. Is I get a nice sacrifice kill here. 6 health into him. 4 health. Urban Blight. 7 health clears it. Tank. One-shot tank. Very nice. Very threatening captures. Kind of can't do anything to this tank. It's a Kindle tank with power on a city.